Hello and welcome to yet another episode of What to Pick. In this video series, I go over a few different starting hands and explain what I would pick and why. And in today's first starting hand, we have a decision between Tharis Republic and Thorgate. And we're playing on the map Tharis. You can see it with the milestones and also with the map in the back. And the map Tharis is, surprise, surprise, really good for Tharis Republic because of the milestones. You basically have a third of Mayor for free. You have a building tech for builder, and gardener just fits very well into your strategy. So Tharis Republic is by far the superior pick here normally. We don't know the starting hand yet because Thorgate is just a really weak corp in general. So let's go with Tharis for now. Well, Experimental Forest is a must pick in my opinion. Not only does the greenery really help with the aforementioned gardener, the plant tech is great if you get something like if you get something like insects or NRA, as always, and same goes for the two cards that you draw. The cards could also be used for planner, but don't know if we're going for planner with Tharis. Usually I'd say let's pick Business Empire for now. Probably better than these two, but we'll need to see. All right, Noctis City as Tharis. That's usually a good pick already, because it has really good conversion spots around it, and you can just place the city whenever. You can even place it in a very last gen and profit of the greeneries around it. But with Tharis, I'd prefer placing it early to get the development out of it. I'd probably go for Adapted Lichen here as well. Again, together with Experimental Forest, that's two early plant tags already. And if you get NRA in the next few drafts, that could be really, really good. It's great to see Heat Trappers in the starting hand and not getting hit by it. I tend to get hit by that card a lot. You could definitely stack on it if your opponent, like, you basically pay 3 MC to buy this card, and if your opponent goes for Heat Prod in Gen 1 or Gen 2, then your chances of winning the game just improve drastically, because getting hit by Heat Trappers is like the worst thing that can happen to you in the early game. So I would probably stack on it. Also, it's Power Prod for Noctis, so if your opponent gets down Heat Prod, this card is just amazing. A lot of the other cards are not that great. I wouldn't spec on Ants, especially on Tharis. You could maybe do that on Hellas because of Eccentric. It's one of the best cards for that. Without any Heat Prod, and especially with Heat Trappers in hands, when you're even denying Heat Prod, probably wouldn't pick up Lake Marineris. You could combat with Adaption Tech, but I don't think you want to pick Adaption Tech in this starting hand. You don't have like kelp farming or algae or bushes or something like that. Then I think it's just too expensive. And it's also not the combo here, I think, is also not that worth it. And then you have two bumpers, but not enough power prod for it. Also, they don't really fit into a Tharis strategy. You have Moss, which I think you could definitely pick up because you don't pick up a lot here in a starting hand. And then the last card that we could discuss would be Lava Tube Settlement. Lava Tube Settlement is one of the worst city cards in the game because, like, compare this to Noctis City, you get 2 MC prod instead of 3. Of course, you also pay 3 MC less, but the problem is the percentage decrease in cost is quite low because you also need to factor in the power prod. And then the problem is these spots where you can place it are just not that great compared to Noctis, and they are not only reserved for Lava Tube Settlement, so they can all get blocked, and therefore you cannot freely place Lava Tube Settlement. Or can you? Yeah, you can actually freely place Lava Tube Settlement. Like if there's a city here, you can still place a Lava Tube and Pavonis or Asia. But I say in general, Lava Tube Settlement is really, really bad. You could probably pick it up here as Tharis because it's the third city you need for mayor. I wouldn't get too excited about it, but being the third city for mayor is quite valuable. And it's a city you can play early on for some development if you get more power prod. So this would probably be the hand I'd pick here with Tharis. I wouldn't go for Thorgate here. Definitely not. Even though Thorgate starts with the power prod, so it lets you play Noctis and it lets you play Lava Tube, the value of playing these cards goes down when you pick Thorgate, because you don't get the extra MC prod and you don't get the rebate. And then why are you playing Lava Tube? You also get a discount with Thorgate on Heat Trappers, but that's the card that we spec on. We don't even know if we can play it. So I would go for Tharis here. I think it's an okay hand. You have some plant prod. You have 2 cities on your starting hand, and you have experimental forest. So you're really well set up for a milestone sweep. You are basically guaranteed mayor if you find a bit of power prod. You have greenery down for gardener already. You have some plant prod, you draw more plant tags, and you get placement bonuses from your cities. So gardener is also really, really good for you. And then you could even like say, I don't want business empire, I want nitrogen shipment instead. For some reason that doesn't work. But I think I wouldn't go that far. I think I would go for business empire. So I'd go for experimental forest and business empire. Just ignore that this card doesn't want to get selected. And then I'd go for these 5 cards: Lava Tube, Settlement, Heat Trappers, Moss, Adapted Lichen, and Noctis. But I think there's some stuff you can debate here. You could debate going for nitrogen shipment over business empire. You could debate over skipping Lava Tube Settlement. But I think I like it the way I selected it earlier. So yeah, that was hand number 1. Let's get to the second one. Okay, let's discuss hand number 2. This one is a decision between Interplanetary Cinematics and Celestic. I'd say IC is stronger in general, way stronger. It's just like, it's not the most flexible core because most of your starting capital, or the majority of your starting capital, is in steel. And if you don't have good steel targets, then you're just very, very poor. But with Celestic, you really need a good floater card in your starting hand. Otherwise, this crop is just too risky to pick. Because if you don't draw a good floater accumulating card that you can play early on with your 2 free draws, then the ability of this corp is just dead. It's just a third of a point per turn. It's just nothing. So let's pick IC for now. Let's see what we get. I really like Acquired Space Agency with IC. Gives you more diverse starting capital and 2 chances of drawing space events, which are a little bit discounted with your ability. And for the other prelude, I don't know. I don't like all of these that much. I think I would probably pick Mohole Excavation. Heat Prod can combo quite well with space events. Galilean Mining, I think it's just not a great prelude. It's really unflexible production and it hits your economy. And I don't think we're going for a Jovian strategy. And then nitrogen shipment is also such a weird prelude. It can combo well with some plant prod or a terraformer push. But the thing is, we're playing on Hellas, so there's no terraformer. There's also no generalist where the plant prod could be useful. So I think I'd go with these 2 preludes for now. Oh my god. Okay, we have advanced alloys, so we're definitely picking IC. And we're definitely picking these 2 preludes because this one gives you a little bit. I mean, you could exchange this for Galilean Mining because of advanced alloys, but the steel prod is also nice, and the Acquired Space Agency just also gains 6 MC in value because of advanced alloys. I don't know what this bug is, but we can just say we picked Mohole Excavation and ASA. So definitely this one. Maybe it's because I selected a card here. No, it's not. Okay, no idea. But let's ignore that. Okay, one problem here is that we don't have any building tags. But the fact that we got ASA plus advanced alloys means that we can actually play some space tags here. The thing is, we also don't have any space tags that we want to play early on. So we definitely are going for all of the space events. And then we definitely need to discuss what else are we going to pick. Why are we going for all of these space events? Well, they're discounted by 2MC because of our ability. We have advanced alloys and we have ASA, so some starting titanium. It would depend on what we draw here with ASA. But if we don't draw anything useful to play in the first gen, I could consider playing Comet here and just picking up more titanium. That's at least a little bit of production that you get, like advanced alloys to Comet. Question is, do we want to pick up more than that? We could still pick up Trans-Neptune probe, but we don't have that much titanium and it doesn't really fit into this whole space event thing we got going on here. Designed Microorganisms is a card we could play Gen 1, but I don't think we want to because we're quite poor. We would need to skip one more card, and I don't really want to skip any of these cards. And I wouldn't want to delay it to Gen 2 as well. You could think about picking up Moss. It's a really cheap, really good plant tag. So that is probably my next candidate for picking up. Yeah, I'd probably pick this one up and then that's it. This would leave us with 12 MC. That's enough to play advanced alloys and then get Comet down. So let's just run through the preludes and okay. This is, I wanted to say let's run through the preludes and then see what we draw from ASA. So let's say the first one we play is actually ASA, the second one is not. And let's see what we drew. Okay, we drew NRA and Atmoscoop. So we got rewarded for picking up Moss. This is one of the reasons why I like these cheap plant tags. It was the same thing with the first hand. If you draw into NRA or insects, especially NRA, because insects takes longer to get down and each plant tag isn't that impactful. It's just one plant production instead of 1 and a third, basically, because 3 plant tags equal 4 production with NRA. So as I said, each of these cheap plant tags that you can play early on are so valuable because if you draw into NRA, they are just worth double the amount. It's crazy. So picking up Moss was definitely the right decision here. But these cards are nothing to play in the first gen, so I would go ahead with the plan of playing Comet, getting some titanium, and then probably just passing. So advanced alloys first, then Comet, then passing. And then Gen 2, you could either draw first or immediately go for big asteroid if this guy is going for some plant prod or something like that. And remember, this is not acquired space agency, but more whole excavation. So yeah, this would probably be my best guess of what to pick here. Quite an interesting starting hand, and this draw into NRA is just insane. So yeah, let's get to the last starting hand. All right, and let's discuss hand number 3, which is a decision between Thorgate and Cheung Mars. Thorgate again. We had it on the first hand. It's just not a great corp. I think in 99% of cases we're picking Cheung Mars, but let's see the hand. Experimental Forest again, really, really good prelude. But Allied Bank and Research Network can also really, like Allied Bank, in my opinion, is also S tier. And then Research Network in some cases can be S tier as well. If you really need a specific tag or even multiple different tags, like if you have NRA and AI Central in your starting hand, Research Network suddenly is much better than Allied Bank. So let's pick these two for now, but let's see what we get. By the way, we're playing on Elysium. Okay, interesting starting hand. On Elysium, every green tag is really valuable. So you definitely want to go for experimental forest, and we could again consider research network. But let's look at the starting hand again. Of course, there's an argument for Martian industries because of strip mine. You could couple Martian industries with power plant and then go for strip mine. This is definitely, no, this is not the map with contractor, but it's the map with industrialist, so that would still be quite nice. Also helps on generalist. Difficult decision about this strip mine. Like cards that are no-brainers on this hand, I think are definitely Earth Office, Invention Contest, then Nitro Moss again. We can talk about all of this side actually, because Worms, Hackers, and Immy, in my opinion, are never a great pick in your starting hand. So I probably would just not consider these in this case. Earth Office, I will always pick out of my starting 10. Like, this card pays off so quickly, and if you get this in your starting hand, you will see like 100 cards before the game ends, and a certain percentage of that are Earth tags. And Earth Office is just so amazing because of that. So always keep this out of your starting hand. Then Nitro Moss, I just talked twice about the importance of plant tags, so Nitro Moss I would definitely keep. Invention Contest is just nice to find combo pieces, so I would also keep that. And then Red Cam, I probably wouldn't consider. This is not the map with Terraformer. I mean, if you're not going for Strip Mine, you could consider it together with Power Plant, because you have in total 4 MC discount on the combination of these cards. But you could also go for Martian, like Allied Bank. Instead of Allied Banks, you go for Martian Industries, and then go Power Plant Red Cam. Not Power Plant Red Cam, Power Plant Strip Mine. But again, maybe you would actually rather pick Research Network, so that you can go for Ecologist, and you can still hope to draw into some power prod Research Network. So maybe my starting hand would actually look like this. Power Plant, then you hope to draw into some more power prod for Strip Mine, and you get three card draw for free from your prelude, so it's a good chance to find something there. Then Earth Office, because that's always good. Nitro Moss, and then Invention Contest. So you can even use Invention Contest to fish for more power prod. With these cards, you're left with... you can even place Experimental Forest on the 3 cards and get another... see another 3 cards that could be some power prod. And this would leave you with so many options. Like, if this map had Planner as well, this would be crazy. Research Network, that's 3 cards for free. Another 2 from Experimental Forest, so you're already at 5. And then you place that Experimental Forest on Olympus Mons, and you get another 3, so you're at 8 cards for free. And Jesus Christ, this bug is driving me insane. I cannot even look at the hand again. What is this? Okay, now I can. All right. So these 5 cards, I think. And you just place Experimental Forest on Olympus Mons. It's not a city tile, so being stuck back here is not too detrimental. And because you don't have any immediate plant prod that you can combo with the 3 plants that you could pick up from here, I don't think it's necessary to place your greenery here, which I normally think is the better spot. I think in this situation you can actually go for Olympus Mons, draw the 3 cards, hope to find some power prod, and then go for Strip Mine early on. You will be left with 29, okay, 29 MC. These 2 together cost 25. So the chances of drawing into a power prod card that you can immediately play into Power Plant and Strip Mine is quite low, because you don't have a lot of money left. But you can still play Strip Mine in Gen 2. So yeah, I think those would be the 5 cards I would pick together with Research Network and Experimental Forest. We're going for an early ecologist push and can maybe go for generalist because we already have MC prod, steel prod, and titanium prod, and we have a power prod card on hand. So yeah, that would be my preferred picks here. But definitely let me know in the comments if you would pick, you had chosen differently here. And if you liked the episode, please leave a like and consider subscribing. I would highly appreciate that. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one and goodbye.